What's up, guys? Welcome to Grease Lightning Reactions. We're here for the Fall 2018 anime season preview. Just like I always do every year, we're going to be breaking down all the little shows that are upcoming, what shows I'm going to be watching, things that I've heard, getting feedback from you guys in case you guys know more information than I do, and just kind of going into the nitty-gritty of what each of these shows are. Like usual, no real prep for this. I just got done with a test. I'm super tired, but I figured I should knock this out now before I run out of time again. As far as reactions, I will be slowly catching up this weekend. We still got Bananafish to catch up on. Gintama, there's one episode. Grand Blue, Overlord, and Steins Gate. As far as Cells at Work is concerned, I have to wait until all of us get together again, and we just haven't had an opportunity yet, but that will be coming as well. Anyways, rules like we always have for this. If there's a red border around the show, that means well, let me back up first. So I've only given a really cursory look at all these. Like, I haven't really read any of the plots, so we're going to be doing that together. But just like looking at the title, looking at the studio, and just doing a really quick yes no type thing. I am planning on doing less shows this time just because it's been so difficult for me to keep up with all the work that I've had to do. So if there aren't as many shows as usual, I don't think there's as much this time. There's still a good number, but definitely less. But anyways, red means I'm not gonna watch it. Yellow means I'm watching it on my own, and green means I will be doing reactions to them. So let's get started with the first one, which is Akanesasu Shoujo by Dandelion Animation Studio. Never heard of that studio. A group of I will be skipping like the shows that I like, the kid shows, the idol shows, like the magical girl shows, like the ones that I usually skip over, just because these videos are always so long, right? So so a group of girls living in a small city gather to enact a ritual. They're the Crystal Radio Research Society. Sweet and cheery Asuka Tsuchimiya brought this group together with her friends from school. The ritual is merely an urban legend, but eventually coalesce, and what started as play becomes much more. That doesn't tell me too much. Let's look into this. The internet is very slow, but let's see. I want to see who the director. I always look at like the director and maybe if they like their story, if they've done other things. So here, yeah, this just gives me some confidence. I don't know anything from this person, so they can't really speak to that. And they've only done one of their show, and this looks like a not the best. So that will be a skip for sure. Let's keep going. Anime Yell? What? Anime Yell? The story follows Kohane Hatoya. I'm really bad at these names. A first-year high school student who is a bit clumsy and scared of heights, but who has a very bubbly and outgoing personality. Kohane decides to join the cheerleading club to try to make friends and overcome her weakness. Okay, so these shows that I have zero interest in, I'm just going to keep it going, alright? This is by Doga Kobo? I do want to see the studio though, just for future reference. Is this something I should keep an eye on? They did New Game. A lot of you guys like New Game, right? I feel like that was a show that did relatively well. And Himoto Umari. Okay. I mean, they have some. I mean, it's not like a top tier studio, but there's a few shows here and there that people watch. I can say that much. Okay. Bakumatsu Studio Dean. In the original game story, the heroine is in Kyoto for sightseeing when she receives a mysterious pocket watch from a man. The heroine wears the watch and passes through a shrine's torii gate, and she is transported to another Bakumatsu era 150 years ago during the final years of the Edo period. The heroine must then try to find a way back home to the present. Alright, Edo period. I mean, I'm not going to lie, this looks very generic to me. So, not much confidence here for this one. Give me 1 second. This is slowing down a bit. I'm just gonna close out some tabs. There we go. Don't need my homework anymore. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because I haven't I guess I haven't turned off this computer in a while because I didn't want to lose my notes. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Masaki Watanabe. This is a different Watanabe that I'm thinking of, right? Yeah, this Yataman. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. This Studio Dean has been I'd say here and there it's been more solid. Um, as far as like the shows that I watched, like Rakugo and being like one of my all-time favorites, right? Um, and then as well as um, inconsistent in terms of like how they handled the Ito Junji collection. I don't think the community responded too well, and I watched a few episodes. Just didn't find it very fun. Konosuba they did well. You know, it's. I feel like Studio Dean is that type of studio where they pick and choose the projects that they're really going to funnel in money into. I mean, that's the case for a lot of studios, but especially for one of like a studio like this. All right, let's keep it going. I'm gonna skip this one. Looks like a kiddie show based off a video game. Okay, Beelzebub Jo no Okinemesu, Mama. Murin's lands his dream job with the Demon King he's always held in awe. But when his tenure begins, it turns out the Demon King isn't quite what he expected. Well, this looks interesting. I like the artwork here, though. I'll give it that. Original creator, director. I do want to see the designer, too. See, look at this. They just paused again. I think you guys are just going to have to deal with this. I really don't want to restart this entire video. It's going to happen every time I open a new tab, for sure. So all these roles so far. Oh, this person worked on Sangatsu no Line? Okay. Yeah. The thing is, like, the beautiful designs in there are really evident. So, like, that's why this looks really pleasant. If that guy, like, I mean, I don't think he was the lead character designer on that, but if he helped out, maybe, you know, I don't know how much he contributed. Enlightened Films, Hanabata, I was watching. I think I basically dropped it because I've been so busy I can't even keep up with my live reactions. Koitsu Uso was Koitsu Uso, that shit was crazy. Berserk was really bad. Arslan think he was okay. So yeah, Enlightened Films have they're an okay studio. Let's keep it going. Conception by Gonzo. The story of the game revolves around Itsuki Yuge, a high school student who finds out on the day of his graduation ceremony that his cousin and childhood friend Mahiru is pregnant. Okay, so literally conception. Immediately afterward, Itsuki and Mahiru are taken to a magical world called Granvania, which is currently being invaded by monsters. The only people who can fight and exercise the monsters are the Star Children, and the Star Children can only be produced by the 12 Shrine Maidens of the Constellations. In order to defeat the monsters and return to his own world, Itsuki must father the Star Children with the Maidens. Yeah, that's a pass for me. Gonzo? They did... Okay, so they got one show. I will be talking about this show a little later. Uchu... I watched, like, the first, like, 3 minutes. This was a short, I think. It's freaking weird as hell. Have Gonzo done anything that I really like? I bet they have. Yo, I didn't know there was a Zero Escape OVA prologue thing. Really? I did not know this. Okay. That's a fantastic series. Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, I can't find anything. I mean, I never watched Afro Samurai. I know all about it, though. Okay. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. Black Cat? What is this? Dokaratai otoko one ai ni odosarate imasu? Okay, idol. Okay, let's continue. Double Decker. Okay, let's... this looks kind of weird. Okay, let's see. Double Decker Doug and Kirill by Sunrise of Gundam fame and Code Geass. One of my favorites. The city-state of Lizvaleta. Two suns rise above the city, and the people here live peaceful lives. When the shadows, crime, and illegal drugs run rampant. Among them is the dangerous, highly lethal drug Anthem, which casts a dark shadow over the city. The 7-0 Special Crime Division unit specializes in cracking down on Anthem. This unit This unit operates in a two-man buddy system in what's called the double-decker system. That sounds so stupid. To tackle the problem, Doug Billingham is a seasoned. I don't know why this is making me laugh so much. Is a seasoned investigator, and joining him is Kirill Vrubel, whose abilities are mysterious and unknown. Okay. Yeah, aside from like some of these names and stuff, I mean, it could be okay. Series director. Okay, nothing. Oh, what? This guy did he was the director on Seven Deadly Sins? This is season 2, I think. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that was well done, but with the big manga properties like that, I feel like the directing, you basically have the shots, like the most like important shots really framed, and then of course you gotta keep the team together and all that. Director has a lot of jobs, but I feel like for those more prominent ones, it's not as impressive directing wise. If it's like a brand new property, I give more credit in that sense. But of course, like having an established series with a poor director can lead it astray too. So, oh, okay, I just clicked on him again. And this, okay, yeah, we know what Sunrise. Sunrise is a great studio. Oh yeah, of course, Gintama. Okay, Gintama's Sunrise too. Yeah, so overall, I really like Sunrise. Sunrise does well. Final season of Fairy Tail. I think this season of Fairy Tail should go even further than I even got in the manga, because I read all the way up to the arc with the tournament, which was supposed to be like the end of the series, but I think they just continued past it. Excuse me. With the light and the darkness dragon slayers. I had a lot of. I feel like there's a lot of good characters. In Fairy Tail, just like the conflict itself never feels as good. Erza is one of my favorites. Gajil, he's fun. What's his face? What was my Gildarts? Gildarts. I love Gildarts. And Mistogan, or whatever his real name was. Whoever that guy is. And Laxus. I like a lot of characters in Fairy Tail, but yeah, let's keep going. I don't even know what this is. Gaikotsu. Okay, Gaikotsu. Shotenin Honda-san. Gaikotsu is skeleton, right? The comedy manga's story centers on a skeleton named Honda who works in a bookstore. Okay. Hilarity ensues daily in his work at the shop's manga counter. I've never heard of Studio DLE. They have done... Oh, God, my back is fucking... Sorry, I usually don't swear. Oh, pain gets it out of me. Especially after I took a freaking hour test. I mean, an hour's not too long, but still. And they're like crouched over, yeah. Anyways, yeah, okay, nothing really. Yeah, director and creator. Honda is the creator. Okay. Keep it going. Gokuen Basara. School battle? Oh. Battle comedy. Ugh, I just had a stroke. School battle comedy parody reimagines the Warring States era warriors of Capcom's action game franchises rival students in a modern high school. Date Masamune and Sanada Yukimura battle to replace Toyotomi Hideyoshi as the next student council president. So they basically take the Basara. They're basically taking those characters from those historic anime and putting it into a school where they are vying for student council power. Okay. Brainspace is a good studio though. Brainspace is good. We're gonna keep going. Goblin Slayer. This is the okay. Did I had something earlier that I was gonna react to? Yeah. Okay, this is the first one. All right, finally. Okay, I really am looking forward to this just because I really like how it looks. I don't know anything about it, so let's read first. This is Goblin Slayer by White Fox. White Fox ReZero, right? That's probably the most famous thing that you guys probably know him from. As well as Did he do Steins Gate? We'll look into it right after I read the summary. A young priestess has formed her first adventuring party, but almost immediately they find themselves in distress. It's the Goblin Slayer who comes to the rescue, a man who's dedicated his life to the extermination of all goblins by any means necessary. When rumors of his feats begin to circulate, there's no telling who might come calling next. Okay, so I mean, this is one of the few ones I have watched the trailer for because I was just like, whoa! Like I think the previous picture for this was just this dude, and he looks really sweet. And when I watched it, the art and animation was really nice. So I'm just watching this based on that. I mean, this is a very generic-esque. Like nothing pops out about this plot, right? It just has enough to suck me in and try it. Yeah, okay, Steins Gate. They did do Steins Gate. Steins Gate and ReZero, the two shows from this studio that you probably know. Oh, and Akame ga Kill. Whatever you want to say. Oh, and Jormungand. And I guess... Oh, wait. They didn't do Black Lagoon, though. Okay. Oh, and I still haven't watched... yeah, The Devil as a Part-Timer. Okay. Yeah, overall, I do really like this studio. They usually do a really good job. Story design. Story, did they do anything else? Just Goblin Slayer. Okay. And there's some spin-offs. And okay. Nothing really to go off of before that. Golden Kamuy Season 2. I do recommend you guys check out Golden Kamuy. I think it's pretty unique. I wasn't, like, after Season 1, I wasn't as hype. I think it's a really good show. It's really unique. It has some really great characters. But I just feel like the production quality lets it down, and it could be so much more. And initially I feel like the comedy and the seriousness didn't mix well, but that's something you get used to. So if you start this series and you just see this really, really badly animated CG bear, it's okay. Like there's stuff that like you don't have to stop there. It gets better. It definitely does. There are some really, really unique characters, and the freaking crazy military in this, and the serial killers and all that stuff. It should be fun. It should be fun. It's a good little adventure, and I think these three characters, all three of them, I really like. And even the some of the cast from the other side, I like too. Okay, Gura Zeni 2. I didn't watch the first season, so if you guys are interested in that, there is that for you. Second season of Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright. I tried watching the first episode of season 1, and I just thought it was poorly done. If you really want to consume this as a medium, as a property, you have to play the games. That's just all I have to say. I still haven't played and finished the 2 3DS ones, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I've played every single other one, like Miles Edgeworth. I've played all the Apollo Justice games. They're really, really good detective-based games. If you've never played them, you can probably find... I think you can find... Yeah. So, you can find the first 3 Phoenix Wright games on iPad. Probably you can find them on Android devices, too. I played them on an iPad when I played them a long time ago. At least the third one. You can probably find all of them as far as the core mainline games on an iPad or like probably on the Android store as well. So and it's implemented really, really well. This is a very simple game mechanically, and it's perfect for that type of system. Now, I would recommend not doing it on a phone. I don't know if you can do it on a phone, just because you probably want a bigger screen to like look for clues and piece things together. But I love these games. This I personally wouldn't watch it, but let's keep going. Okay, Hangyaku Se Million Arthur, based on Square Enix's massively multiplayer online role-playing game. JC Staff is one of my favorite studios, just because they're always solid. They're like not like top tier, but like the consistent level of quality they bring is always on point every time. Director, what did he do? Okay, he kind of worked on some Soma, but didn't really have a prominent role. Looks like this guy is new. He's done some episode directing, but this is going to be his first gig as a director. Okay, I mean that usually doesn't give me too much confidence, but that's not terrible. And then of course JC Staff. Oh, JC Staff is doing One Punch Man season 2? What? It's not Madhouse? Oh yeah, that was that news. Why? Ugh. Okay, I mean there could have been worse studios. I mean JC Staff could pump a shit ton of money into this. So who knows? Who knows? But I mean they like I said, I really like them as a studio. Um, but yeah, Soma, Food Wars. I really liked that last season. Psyche, yeah, guys, I do need to catch up on Psyche as well. I will do that too. But like you guys know, I've been swamped. I can't even keep up with what's been going on right now. Is it okay to pick up girls in a dungeon? That was fun. Yeah, that's gonna do it. All right, let's keep it going. Okay, Hinamaru Zomu by Gonzo. Okay, we did check out Gonzo earlier. I've heard this is a really, really good sports anime, and as you guys know, that I love, love, love sports anime. So this is exactly up my alley. This is about sumo wrestling. It is a divine ritual, a martial art, a combat sport. It's sumo. Now I don't know too much about sumo aside from the objective is to like freaking toss people out of the ring and that type of shit. But it should be. I mean, sports anime have always proven me wrong about if I'm not a sports fan. Why should I watch this? And then I watched Kuroko. I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is really good fun. And then I was like, volleyball. How can they make a good show about volleyball? Oh my god, volleyball is amazing. It's one of my favorite shows ever. So I'm sure that something similar can be done with this show. As I have pointed out, as well as some people, one specific person, I can't really shout you out, I'm sorry, you know who you are, I do read all your comments on Twitter, but has pointed out that, yeah, the studio is a concern, but the quality of the material backing this should be good enough to carry it through, and that's certainly the case. Like I talked about earlier, for Golden Kamuy, if it had weaker subject matter and it wasn't unique, and didn't have as good of characters, those production woes would have brought it down a lot, and I would have probably dropped it. But it was good, right? So even if it's poor production quality, it can still end up being great. So a small new student, Ushio Hinomura, he's certainly small compared to everyone else, appears before the weak little sumo club of Odachi High School. The words big and heavy are the rules to this sport, which does not fit this newbie any inch. But this guy goes and does what? Ushio and the small sumo club climbs its way to the top. The goal is Hinoshita Kaisen, a title for the highest rank in professional sumo, equivalent of Yokozuna. I do know what Yokozuna. Fired up high school sumo tale, no retakes allowed. Alright, so I mean the one thing that I don't like about sports anime specifically, they usually get over they usually spin it in a good way. They take advantage of this, but they always have this guy that is the complete opposite of what the sport really wants, and then they turn him into an ultra underdog, which I love underdog stories, but it's do you really have to take literally everything that's you have to take the worst possible physical qualities about someone and then pit them against this. I can be fun watching the overcome it, but it's just so consistent across everything. Okay, so we did look at Gonzo already. So as far as what I'm concerned about, okay, so we don't really get to see. I haven't watched the trailer for this either, but I mean I don't know how many trailers. If you guys have suggestions about things that I don't plan on watching or live reacting, then I'll probably watch trailers. But usually I like going in as blind as possible, especially when I have a good feeling about a show. It's usually when I don't know anything about the show, that Goblin Slayer. I was like, okay, what the hell is this? And I clicked, oh, this could be cool. So yeah, I think this should be good. There's enough people that have vouched for it. So yeah, let's keep it going. Hora, mimi ga miteru yo. Okay. A cute story of a daily life between a guy and his catboy roommate. Let's continue. Okay. Huli Zi Sheng. Yumida Company. So this must be one of those Chinese animes, right? That sounded like Chinese words. A poor but talented high school boy called Huli whose name is pronounced very similar to the term for fox in Chinese. He is a ghost singer-songwriter for the popular and narcissistic boy idol Kong Ki, pronounced very similar to peacock in Chinese, who is very handsome but can barely sing, who always wears a fox mask to hide his large facial scar caused by a traffic accident. He also uses a screen name, Mr. Fox, to publish his music online. So, I mean, that's obviously him. I'm not really interested, so we're just going to keep going. This is already, what, 30 minutes almost? Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, this is a spin-off of Inazuma 11. I've never watched it. It's a soccer football franchise, right? So those of you that are interested, it is here. Ingress. So originally, did I watch the... I feel like I watched the PV for this. Because this artwork, this cover artwork was really nice. But when I watched the thing, I think it was like really poorly done or something and it just looked weird. Ingress by Craftar. I never heard of that studio. Since he was little, Makoto had a strange power which enabled him to read the memories of the object he touched. Hiding his uncontrollable power, he works as a special agent in the police force. Perfect job. One day, while investigating an explosion at a laboratory that researches an unknown substance called XM, he sees a mysterious memory. The memory was from Sarah's ring, who was the sole survivor of the accident. It was a sight of a person being swallowed into a red light and disappearing. Makoto becomes embroiled in a massive conspiracy. The battle for XM, a material that could affect human mind, starts now. I mean, yeah, that's the thing, like, okay. I mean, that still shot looks good right there, but... Director, brand new director, as far as... sometimes the site gets it wrong, though. And yeah, the studio isn't the best. They've done some CG. I feel like it was like an all CG affair. Is that why? Yeah, so they don't have the best studio behind them, but you know, there's always breakouts for new studios. If this is all of they've done, I mean, this is 2009. This is spring 2017, so they've been toiling away at this for a while. It could end up being good. Who knows? Okay. Ooh, maybe I should watch this. You know, for now, oh, I can't do it. Okay, I will do it later. Just whenever I see PA Works, I always give it a shot. I'd probably like watch it on my own, but okay, this is Irozuku Sekai no Ashita Kara. In Nagisaka, a descendant of mages, 17-year-old Hitomi lost her sense of color at a young age and grew up lacking emotion. Okay. Her grandmother, Kohaku, a great mage, sends Hitomi to the past, to the year 2018. There she spends time with a 17-year-old Kohaku and friends from club activities. Okay, that's interesting. So, I mean, we've done the girl lacking emotion thing a few times now. It can be done well. It can be done poorly. An example of it being done really well last season was, not last season, 2 seasons ago. It's escaping me. Auto Memory Doll. What was the series called? Oh, I really like that series. Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden. That's a character done well. With lacking emotion, you know. I really like the growth. But this being with a mage spin and then going into the past and becoming a normal person, I wonder how they're going to bring in the magic into this. But like I said, PA Works is one of those studios I really like. This studio, and there's another show coming up where I'm like, okay, this just based on the studio, I'm going to give this a shot. Okay. Let's see who's behind this. I mean, we don't. I guess I should show off who PA Works. What else they've done? Director. Oh shit, he worked on Legends of Galactic Heroes. He worked a little bit on Gurren Lagann as well. Gurren Lagann. Lupin the Third? Inuyasha? Yo! This could be good. This could be good. Alright. Okay, new character designer. I really like that art right there. There's some nice looking art. Oh yeah, Uchiten Kazuka. I love that series. You guys should check that out for sure. I talked about it in my previous thing too. Charlotte, I really liked Charlotte up until the ending. Charlotte was a great time. Glass Slip was terrible. Shirobako, still haven't finished. I really need to finish that. Nagino Asakura, I've heard great things. Like this is one of those studios where they just do usually really, really good shows. Glass Slip was just bad, but it looked beautiful. You know. Oh man, let's keep it going. I don't think this show was any good either. I think I watched a little bit of it. Yeah. Let's keep it going. JoJo Part 5. Yo, I was so hyped when this got announced. Oh, this is gonna be so. I have no. You know what? For this one, I'm not gonna read the synopsis just because I don't want to know what the series is about. Like I've seen these character designs. Like I feel like the main guy was in. There's that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fighting game. So yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like easily like in my like top like franchises of all time, man. If you haven't watched JoJo's, please watch JoJo. It's so quirky, it's so fun, and like there's some like the first part is very tonally dark and somber and kind of like it's very old fashioned, and then you get to part 2 and it's quirky and funny and over the top, and then you get to part 3 and it's still it combines everything together, and then you have part 4 which is a little more serious. I feel like as far as like the villain is concerned, they got some of the best villains ever, some of the best character casts. Like please watch if you haven't. You don't need to like catch up to watch the series, but 1 through 4, just watch 1 through 4. And then if you watch all that, you're going to watch this. All right, let's keep it going. Okay, this is an interesting cover art. What the heck is this? Karakuri Circus. The protagonist Masaru has just inherited a big fortune after the death of his father. However, people are trying to get their hands on it by any means necessary, even if it means killing him. Narumi helped Masaru to avoid being kidnapped after fighting some weird guys. He found out that they're not humans, but wooden puppets with amazing strength. After a hard fight, Narumi was forced to admit that he's no opponent for them. Just when he started to think that Masaru would be captured, Shirogane, Masaru's watcher, arrives from France with a weapon. The puppet Harlequin. Oh, so she's the watcher. I apologize for that. I just ate, so keeps happening. Yeah, let's look into this. This is another studio I've never heard of. There's a manga and it's finished. So maybe some of you guys have read it. I would be interested in what you guys think of this series. Is creator? Yeah, Lost Story. Yeah. Oh, Ushizutora. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll look into this. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, let's keep it going. This is the director. Hajime no Ippo. Oh shit. Wait a second. I mean, he's not listed as the director here. He worked on that. He worked on Trigun. Yo, and then Ushijitora. Yo, this guy has some work. What is this? Character designer. This guy must have worked on something else. Hunter. I mean, okay, the mangaka designed that, though. Kiba. That's some interesting. Trigun. I don't know if there's a manga for Trigun. Is Black Cat? There's a manga. Yeah. Interesting. This is looking up, honestly. I might decide after looking at the PV, and this is scheduled for 36 episodes. Wow. Okay. And this studio has only done Ushi Tutora. I did drop Ushi Tutora. It wasn't bad. Did I finish it? I think I finished it, though. On my own. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Interesting. Definitely let me know. Okay, Kaze ga suyoku fuiteru. Another sports series. This one doesn't intrigue me as much because it's more about marathon running, relay racing. The series is centered on the Tokyo Hakone round trip college Ikeden race, or Hakone Ikeden, one of the biggest university marathon relay races in Japan. The race is held every year on January 2nd to 3rd and goes between Tokyo and Hakone and back for a total run of nearly 217.9 kilometers, about 135.4 miles. So, I mean, Production IG, I really like Production IG. There's a sports series, so I'm just going to try it out. I don't have the best, I don't know, they haven't made a good, like, track or, like, running anime, I don't think, yet. So, yeah. I mean, I guess in that sport, there's a lot less variation that you can make in these races, but you could say the same thing about free and swimming, but they do a good job with that, with like metaphors and stuff. So okay, so these guys worked on, oh shit, this is gonna be a sequel trilogy. What? Yo, I hope they don't rush it. Fully coolly alternate. Yeah, okay, yeah, I mean, okay, this is Production IG. I'm losing it. Production IG, of course. I really like Production IG. Yeah, okay. I still haven't watched this, man. Ugh. Okay. Director. Yeah, I guess I don't really care. Let's see if there's a new... It's so slow. Yeah. Okay, let's keep it going. Yeah, okay. Adaptation of Zunyan's role-playing game. Okay, I'm going to keep it going. I don't know a thing about this. Keep it going. Yeah, might as well. Let's read it. Kishuku Gakko no Juliet Grigio Academy boarding school. Students that attend the school come from 2 countries and reside in their own dormitories. Inuzuka and Persia are leaders of rival dorms and secretly love each other. Now they have to keep the relationship a secret from their dorm mates, or else bad things will happen to them. Okay, I'm gonna keep it going from that. Okay, this looks. I was gonna say encouraging, but that's weird. That looks like something straight out of a game. Oh, it is out of a game. Okay, Merc Storia Mukiryoku no Shonen do to Ben no Naka no Shoujo. Encourage films. The fantasy strategy role-playing game set in a world where humans and monsters coexist. In the main story, a boy apprentice, Yujutsushi, with the power to heal those who clash, embarks on a journey to restore the memories of his friend Merc, a girl trapped in a bottle. She's trapped in a bottle? Trapped in a bottle. Weird. I'm just interested in this because I've never heard of the studio. Director... I always don't know like what to make of like key animation roles and in between animation roles. You know, I'm really looking for other directorial experience. It doesn't look like this guy has much as far as like great properties. Okay. And Encourage Films has done nothing. Let's say that. I don't know any of these shows. Alright, let's keep it going. Ore ga suki nano wa imoto da kedo imoto janai. Imoto janai? What? Ore ga suki nano wa imoto da kedo imoto janai. Wait. I love her like a sister, but she's not a sister? Is that what that says? No, wait. Wait. Awkward sibling romantic comedy series centers around the younger sister, Suzuka Nagami, and the older brother, Yu Nagami. Okay, they are siblings. Suzuka is a beautiful third-year middle school student who has the excellent grades. Student council president. Oh, of course she is. She wrote a novel about a little sister who dotes on her older brother, and the novel wins a light novel award. After they discuss the matter, Yu is the one who debuts as a proxy light novel author instead of Suzuka under the pen name Chikai Towani. Okay. Director. The thing is, I like kind of quit clicking on the original story because it's almost nothing. Yeah, see, he's usually nothing. Director wise though, yeah. No. Well, how'd you make that? No, gal. Yo, that was. I remember reading the synopsis for that one. So hey, maybe some of you guys watched that one. I don't know. Was it good? This is the same director. And okay, so I watched one episode of this, and it was a good starting episode. And then and how'd you do with the no gal? Okay, let's keep it going. Radiant by Lerche. This looks like a very generic looking fantasy experience, as far as I can tell, just from the picture. The story follows Seth, a boy who seeks to become a great magician. Okay. And a group of witches who seek to travel to the Radiant. Radiant is a mythical land that spawns monsters called Nemesis, which fall to the world from the sky. While traveling, they are also hunted by the Inquisition. Okay, I mean, these are some aptly named things here. The Radiant is a good name for something a magician seeks. Nemesis, and then the Inquisition is after them. All right, that's all I can really say about this. Director, creator, director. Nani? Why won't this load? Angel Beats. It is the director of Angel Beats. What? What else have you done? Danganronpa? Ugh. That wasn't done too well. Angel Beats is like top tier. Oh, and then you did Assassination Classroom, which a lot of people like. I should continue reading that, honestly. And he's doing Asobi Asobase right now. Okay, a lot of you guys like that. Didn't really resonate with me. Tsukigakure, okay. He's done some good stuff. And then there's the creator, Tony. And then the Studio Lecce, Kino Tabe, Koro Sensei, Danganronpa 3, which is really good. I really like that. So yeah, okay, let's keep it going. So that was rating. Okay, so we're on the R's. Release the Spice by Leduce or Leduce. Leduce. The anime begins with a lone high school girl named Momo attending a high school in the city of Sorasaki. Unbeknownst to everyone, Momo is an agent who works for the private intelligence agency Tsukikage that protects the city and its people. Under the tutelage of her senior Yuki and her other friends, they keep the peace in the city. The story will eventually focus on 6 high school girls. Release the Spice, huh? I feel like I've seen like next to none of the series that I freaking marked as watching, you know? What has it been, like 3 so far? Let's see. Director? Yeah, Neil. And then they did Fate Grand Order. Okay, that was an okay first episode. And Sinbad, the Sinbad OVAs. I like the Sinbad OVAs. Sinbad OVAs were good. Okay. Though they didn't finish, did they? I don't remember. Okay. Alright, some nice artwork here. Rewrite the Koku Koe no Direda by Geek Toys. The year is 2050. A young engineer named Dereda, Ivan, became famous thanks to his contribution to the development of the autonomous machine DZ at Rebuild, a manufacturing company founded by his father. One day, Derrida and his colleague Nathan discover a flaw in the DZs and try to warn their boss, but are ignored. Although Derrida and Nathan are aware of the danger, they reluctantly decide to put off taking any measures. Instead, to go to Nathan's daughter Maggie birthday party. The next day, after enjoying a peaceful day, Derrida and Nathan are suddenly attacked by unknown forces. In the escape, Derrida falls into a cold sleep machine, and 10 years later, he wakes up to a devastated world in the middle of war. Derrida is attacked by a group of out-of-control DZs. He almost gives up, but he recalls Nathan's last words: "Take care of Mage." Despite the harsh fate that has fallen upon him, Derrida sets off to seek Maggie. Beyond the time we reunite. This is a story of a journey for hope. I mean, that's an interesting premise. This might be one that I need to watch the trailer for. Director, what have you done, sir? Have you directed anything? Okay. Something about Ichigo. Ichigo! Science Gate. No way. Chief director? What? Okay. Aside from that, Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, I'm sorry about these images not loading. It doesn't make it very fun, right? And this is their first. Okay, I was gonna say I've never heard of Geek Toys. All right, let's keep it going. Bunny Girl. There's rumor about a mysterious phenomenon called puberty syndrome. What? Okay, I gotta figure it out. What is this about? Seishun Buta Yaro wa Bunny Girl. Senpai no Yume wo Minai. We're not gonna look too far into this. This is already too long of a video, so I'm just gonna read the premise and keep going. I don't think I'm watching this. For example, Sugita Azusagawa is a high school student who suddenly sees a bunny girl appear in front of him. The girl is actually a girl named Mai Sakurijima, who is Sakuta's upperclassman, who's also a famous actress who's gone on hiatus from the entertainment industry. For some reason, people around Mai cannot see her bunny girl figure. Sakuta sets out to solve this mystery as it spends his time with Mai, learns her secret feelings. Other heroines who have puberty syndrome start to appear in front. So, anyone who has puberty syndrome just appears in a bunny girl outfit. Okay. Senran Kagura Season 2, if you're interested. See, this stuff I'm just not interested in. We're going to keep it going. Second season of this, I started watching the first episode, and it seemed really bad. Alright. Trigger. Gridman. I remember seeing a trailer a long time ago. Maybe it's changed, but it looked pretty bad. It reminded me of Inferno Cop. Like I see Trigger, and then I was like, oh, it's gonna be great, and then I click on it, and then the trailer just kind of like lets me down. Not in Inferno Cop is completely different. Quadruple S Gridman by Trigger, collab with Subaraya Productions. Yuta Hibiki awakens with amnesia and the ability to see things that others cannot. He first encounters the Gridman as a reflection of his friend Rika Takarata's computer and tells him to remember his calling. But Yuta doesn't understand what this means. Later in the distance, he sees an extremely large monster but doesn't move. It's only when Yuta gets to school that the two sightings make sense. The monster attacks, and the hero Yuta saw on the computer screen pulls him within the computer and transforms Yuta into a giant hero named Gridman. And of course, we know Trigger. I really don't know what to think of Trigger anymore. They do some interesting stuff, but then they just put out some questionable stuff, you know? Kill la Kill was fun. I had fun with Kill la Kill. What was that other show? Kisniver was fun. You know, it was an okay time. Darling in the Franxx was just, frankly, trash. Ugh. It started off with some interesting premises, and then, so disappointed. Little Witch Academia just never finished. I got a little bored of that. So see, this was one of those like studios that had like I had good faith in, and now it's just like I don't know. Okay, there's only so much good faith I can give you. Director, is this just a guy who's done some of the other shows within the studio? This might be a guy from the collaborative studio. Director, show me a director role. Okay, there's some random show down there. Oh, okay. Let's keep it going. Okay, Sword Art Online Alicization. Sword Art is, for me, Sword Art is always a really good time, and that's what I go in for. I don't expect a ton from the plot. Like almost never, especially after I was let down with the first part of season 1. And the second part of season 1 is pretty bad. Season 2 was a ton of fun the whole way through. Maybe a little less in the All Fame parts. And then the film that I watched, I really liked that film. So this is Sword Art Online Alicization. So yeah, I'm guessing this is another new game. So, I mean, you're either interested in Sword Art or you're not interested in Sword Art. So, we're just going to keep it going because this is the 3rd season. I think it'll be a good time at the very least. I think it always looks visually splendid. I do want to see, do they still have music? That's my biggest worry with this. Show me the rest of the staff. Who was it? Is it Yuki Kajira? I think it's Yuki Kajira that does the Sword Art music usually. It's not Salvino, it's not. Yeah, I think it's Yuki Kajira. And I mean, whoever it is, it's one of those top 3 like my favorites. But yeah, they need that music. Sword Art music is fantastic. I don't care what you say. Okay. Tensai Shitara Slime Data Ken by 8-bit, lonely, 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is stuck in a dead-end job, unhappy with his mundane life, but after dying at the hands of a robber, he awakens to a fresh start in a fantasy realm as a slime monster. What? As he acclimates to his goopy new existence, his exploits with the other monsters set up a chain of events that will change his new world forever. He's a slime monster? That doesn't even make sense. Alright. What the heck? You have me slightly intrigued. No way. What? What has this guy done? You done anything interesting? Let's, I don't know. Let's just scroll through. Director. Kage. Director. Some directing in JoJo's a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I hate that this is so slow. Okay. Now you guys know why I can't stream games right now. And this isn't even loading. Fantastic. Let's keep it going. Thunderbolt Fantasy Season 2. Okay, so Thunderbolt Fantasy Season 1, I thought it was awesome. It was something that I think deserved more attention just because of the risk it took to make it, because it's so different. Basically like a puppet show. It's a puppet show with particle effects and really like A-list voice actors. Like, it's just freaking crazy. The story's okay. I think the real charm in it is the detailed work that goes into it, as well as the individual character designs and performances are really well done. So I am looking forward to Season 2. I didn't expect a Season 2, honestly. When Season 1 ended, my guy, my favorite dude, is not going to be around this season, I think, based on how Season 1 ended, right? Yeah. I do have reactions. I don't know if they're still up, though. So if you want to try watching this, is definitely not for everyone. I can see people laughing this off and like going in a different direction, but to me, I had a lot of fun with it, and it was actually surprising how many people this show really resonated with because it was so different. So certainly looking forward to that. Magical Index Season 3, if you've watched it, go ahead. I think someone suggested I should catch up on this. I just don't have time, man. I can't really do that. Season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul Re, I think this is all that is planned for this season at least. I really hope that it's well done. I feel like Season 1 had some flaws here and there, but it wasn't terrible. Studio Pierrot is just... I just wish there was a better studio with it, honestly. Like, Tokyo Ghoul, the manga for the first series was amazing. Like, I will stand by the anime. Like, I think the anime was well done. It made me a Tokyo Ghoul fan. And then I read the manga after the fact, and it's just like a whole nother level, right? So that's the difference. I really don't like when people like make fun of people for liking the anime. I think it's a solid anime. It just isn't to the level that you expect after like knowing what the manga is all about, right? All right, we're getting near the end, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Tonari no Kyuketsuki-san. Due to a strange incident, Akari is rescued by a vampire girl named Sophie Twilight. Akari becomes interested in her. Moving on. Alright, so this is the other show that I'm watching. Like I mentioned, excuse me, PA Works earlier. KyoAni is one of my top 3 studios. They did a fantastic job with Violet Evergarden. So, from just like a beauty and animation standpoint, I'm going to watch this. I just love KyoAni's animation style. It's not for everyone, but for me, it's like, I could watch this forever. It's just amazing. Now, this seems like a very, I think I read the summary for this, where I watched the OP for this. Not the OP, the PV for this. So many acronyms. So this is Surune Kazemai Koko Kyudobu. So this is like archery club, I think? Yeah. Minato played Japanese archery in middle school, but after a certain incident, he ran away from the sport. High school, Minato meets new friends, and together as a part of their school's archery club, they aim to win the prefectural tournament. So, I feel like they can have some really beautiful shots in this show. So I'm really, that's why I'm watching it on my own. I'm not expecting too much from a plot perspective, so I don't really think reactions are really the way to go. But let's see who will be helming this, a new person. And then, of course, Hibiki Euphonium, amazing, free this season. I don't know about that. I'm still catching up. But I'm actually considering dropping it, honestly. The new season free is pretty bad. Yeah, and then Phantom World was bad. Koi no Kotachi was amazing. Probably my favorite film, anime film. Magi Brilliant Park, I know a lot of people like that series. I watched one episode and okay, yeah. There we go. Beauty, beauty, beauty. That's all I gotta say about KyoAni. Uchi no Maid ga Azasugiru. The manga centers on Misha, a little girl who lost her mother at an early age and now lives with her father. Her father employs a maid named Subame, who was a former self-defense force official. There's also a lolicon. Gotcha. Ulysses Jeanne d'Arc to Renken no Kishi centers around 15th century France during the 100 Years' War, obviously. Montmorency, the son of noble, immerses himself in the study of magic and alchemy at a school for knights. However, after France's defeat at Agincourt, I don't know why I said it like that. The school has just been in Montmorency is forced to flee. On the run, he meets a miraculous village girl named Jeanne. I mean, I've never heard of this studio. I am not really interested in this. Let's just look at this real quick. Yeah, I've never... Yeah. Okay. Let's keep it going. This looks like a... romance. Okay. Yagate Kimi no Naru. Troika. I've heard of Troika before. Yu has always loved shoujo manga and awaits the day she gets a love confession that sends her heart aflutter with bubbles and blushes, and yet when the junior high classmate confesses his feelings to her, she feels nothing. Ah, that's why. Okay. Disappointed and confused, Yu enters high school, still unsure how to respond. That's when Yu sees the beautiful student council president, Nanami, turn down a suitor with such maturity that she's inspired to ask for help. But when the next person to confess to Yu is Nanami herself, has her shoujo romance finally begun? So I guess since this looks like a student council president to me, so we're gonna say it is. Recreators, which I didn't really like, but a lot of people did. And I'll know a zero, which was fun, but plot-wise is a okay. And I watched a couple episodes of this bone-loving person. Okay, so I think they're solid overall. Torka. Zombieland Saga. I think the PV for this was really bad. Otherwise, Mappa is a studio I always watch. Maybe it'll come around if I get more information, but we'll see. We don't really have anything right now. So leftovers, I will be I didn't really watch this. I couldn't really find it anywhere, so I'm just gonna start with the series. We're gonna continue Bananafish. I didn't know it was 24 episodes. Yeah, I mean these are all continuing. Attack on Titan, of course, I'm gonna continue. TV shorts, I don't think I picked any in this entire list. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Yeah. Okay, movies. My most anticipated movie, Dragon Ball Super, the Broly movie. I'm still catching up on Dragon Ball Super. I'm watching the dub. So we just entered the Tournament of Power. The fight before the Tournament of Power starts with the exhibition matches with the universe. What was it? Which universe was it? I don't remember. So I'm at that part. So yeah, I am really excited for this movie because Broly, I feel like this is going to be well done. I think the movies so far have been done really well. So I'm going to be watching this in theaters. That's why it's not a live reaction thing. So yeah, let's continue. We've got what other thing? The K stories. I thought they were OVAs. So I've been if you like K is. I really like K. K is definitely something that most people like. I'm not gonna say most people, but a lot of people aren't gonna like. But for me, it was just so awesome. I think the reactions to it, and it's become my study music too. Their music is just so good. So yeah, I am looking forward to more stories from that. I'm not sure if I can watch this Gundam. Is this a standalone? Let me know. I might watch that if it is. Otherwise, Zoku Owari Monogatari. Of course, I'm gonna watch this. Contains the Koyomi reverse arc. I love Monogatari, as you guys know, because I reacted to so many of the stories on this channel. Peaking with Kizu Monogatari, right? That was amazing, phenomenal. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. OVA wise, there's a Seven Deadly Sins one. I might check that out. ReZero one. I might check that one out. Steins Gate special, and I think that's it. Oh, and Yu Yu Hakusho special. I don't know what to do about this. I'm 33 days away. Okay, I might reread the manga leading up to this. Can you guys tell me if the? Oh, it's a bonus chapter. Okay. I haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho since I was a kid, honestly. See, I don't remember a lot of stuff in this because I was so young back then. So I don't know. Would you guys want a reaction to this? I would be willing to live react, but that's with the preface of like the specific arcs and fights and relationships. I'm not gonna remember a ton. Yu Yu Hakusho was hype as hell, right? It was like Yu Yu Hakusho and DBZ were like my jam. It's just that DBZ stuck more in my head because I just kept. I kept rereading it, and I kept watching it, and it's different. I still, to this day, am interacting with Dragon Ball Z, but Yu Yu Hakusho has been kind of sidelined, because we haven't had anything for so long. I would kill for a remake. Oh my god, that would be amazing. In the same vein as Hunter x Hunter, that'd be amazing. Then again, a lot of you guys are going to disagree with me, but this is one of those series that I think, for me, for sure, is preferable in dub. So, even if this comes out, I don't know if I want to do it in sub. I've listened to the sub. I was watching alongside Uzumaki-kan. I just couldn't do it. So I had to pull up the dub alongside him. That's an issue. Is it a make or break though? I don't know. We'll make a decision. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, that's the end of it. Okay, so let's zoom out. Yeah, I'm sorry there wasn't that much I could really talk about this time because there were so many, like, I don't want to say bad shows, but shows that I don't really care for, and the ones that I do care for, they're just sequels. So go figure. I mean, that's what you get sometimes. Okay. So these are all the live reactions and the watches on my own. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new shows, and 3. So that's 10 total. Oh, actually, this one, I think I can get rid of this since the actual show is coming. So 9 total, unless you guys suggest something else. There are 5 movies. For sure, I will react to this. I don't know about K. And none of this is for sure. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Let me know if you have any more informed opinions than I do. You know, this is a cursory look, a really blind look. With my lack of time recently, I can't do my research like I usually do. And just know that next semester it's gonna be even harder. I'm thinking next semester maybe 3 or 4 shows. That's it. So I'm going to really have to pick and choose next season because I'm going to start into clinical rotations. And depending on the rotations I have, I'm going to be swamped. Especially if I'm in surgery. Oh, God, no way I'm putting out any videos. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's going to do it. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.